Good morning. My name is Chris Moore. I'm from Trinity United Methodist Church in McLean, Virginia. This is Victoria, Dan, Michael, Jose, and Orlando. We recently visited the Leadership Center in Honduras, and we're going to tell you a little bit about our week.
I think one of the things that most impressed me about the Leadership Center and the students this time, this is our second time here, is that the girls just have a passion and a commitment to learning. They're at all different stages of learning, really, but I spent a reasonable amount of time with some of the older girls this time talking about business and how to start a business, and some of it was a new concept to them, but they're like sponges, and they want to learn. They're excited to learn. They have just kind of a quiet sort of determination and a confidence and an assurance. I mean, they're committed young women, and it was so refreshing to see that kind of learning atmosphere and be a small part of it for a week or so. That, as Chris said, it's a real blessing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on the commitment. You know, I was inspired, you know, and by their commitment, and not only the students. I was also inspired by some of the volunteers. You know, just knowing that there's people out there that are willing to give their time, you know, sacrifice their families, you know, and spend some time, some quality time teaching and just being like the extended family for these girls. I was really touched and inspired by all of them, the girls and the staff, and you know, they were kind of quiet in the beginning. You know, they started to open up, but it always amazes me how fast, you know, a bonding can develop, and you know how difficult it is to leave, you know, after just a few days, you know, and for them, for us,
Kind of heartbreaking.
It is. So my first visit here, I hope I come back again. It was a great experience for me.
I had a great experience. For me, I'm probably going to leave with a very large amount of feeling of satisfaction, because basically I ended up giving these girls a hope for a better, brighter future, and the fact that they have so little, and yet they're so happy, it makes me thankful for all the things I have.
Yeah, that's the truth.
They are really wonderful girls. I mean, they do so much learning, like, inside the classroom, but, you know, I sat down with a couple of them a few nights ago, and we were just looking at this huge book of world history, and they seemed so fascinated with all the different countries and stuff. It was really quite amazing just to see them, like, talking to each other about, like, all these places that they'd like to visit and stuff.
I think one of the most interesting things we did this week was show that movie Soul Surfer, and which the girls hadn't seen before, but it's such a powerful story that I think they could relate to. And Victoria had just a wonderful session with the girls the other night talking about it, and I was surprised and delighted at how engaged they were on it, and the theme of it, and how they were able to find scripture references that they thought were tied into it. I mean, I was just in awe of that experience particularly.
I also was something that I really enjoyed was the on our first day when we started like kind of interviewing them, you know, listening to their stories. You know, it's just amazing, you know, and we got so much from that. You know, it's not what we don't get, but
what we got.
It's also what we got. You know,
There's always a lot to do. We did a lot of physical projects. I mean, Mike and Jose built a basketball hoop, and we painted doors, and we dug ditches, and watered gardens, and all that sort of stuff. But that's so small in comparison to the time that we spent with the girls. And tried to give, but more importantly, what we got